The ground. Before anything kicks off, we've got the field. A proper rugby pitch is a rectangle, 100 meters long and 70 meters wide, with bonus areas at each end called in-goals, where the real action happens, scoring tries. These in-goals stretch 10 to 22 meters deep, giving attackers space to dive and defenders space to panic. The field's not just green space, it's a map. There's the halfway line, where the battle begins, 10-meter lines, kickoff checkpoints, 22-meter lines, tactical kicking zones, and 5 and 15-meter lines, set-piece dance floors. These markings shape strategy and keep players in check at each end. The classic H-shaped goalposts, standing proudly on the goal line, daring kickers to thread the needle between them. The ball. Say hello to the star of the show, the rugby ball. It's oval, awkward to handle, and that's the whole point. Regulation size is about 28 to 30 centimeters long, with a grip that works even in rainstorms. It weighs around 410 to 460 grams, just right for both big boot kicks and tricky offloads. Today's balls are made of synthetic material that survives mud, sweat, and tears. For younger age groups, smaller versions help build skill without the strain. The shape may look weird, but it's built for chaos and fun. Teams. Rugby is a team game through and through. Each side brings 15 players, 8 forwards, the muscle, and 7 backs, the speedsters. The bench holds 8 subs, used tactically or for injuries. A red card means a permanent goodbye, no replacement. A yellow card? That's a 10-minute timeout in the sin bin. Injuries like blood or concussion get special rules, so player safety stays front and center. Players' clothing. Rugby gear isn't about fashion, it's about survival. Players wear tight jerseys, harder to grab, tough shorts, long socks, and boots with approved studs. No metal daggers allowed. Headgear? Sure, but no helmets here. Scrum caps and shoulder pads must be soft and flexible. Mouth guards are your best friends. No jewelry, no zippers, and no long tights unless you've got a note from the boss. Safety first, always. Time. A rugby match is 2 halves of 40 minutes with a 10-minute halftime. But here's the twist. The clock can stop for injuries, reviews, or sneaky time wasting. Play doesn't end until the ball is dead, so prepare for some buzzer-beating drama. In knockouts, extra time is added, 2 10-minute halves, and if that's not enough, bring on sudden death or even kicking contests. Yellow card timeouts and TMO pauses are all carefully clocked to keep things fair. Match officials, meet the lawgivers. The referee runs the show, flanked by 2 assistant referees, aka touch judges. In big games, there's also a TMO who re-watches every awkward moment in HD to get calls right. The ref has the final say. Argue too much and you're looking at a penalty or worse. Respect the whistle or pay the price. Advantage. One of rugby's coolest features, the advantage rule. When a team commits a minor foul, the ref lets the other team play on, giving them a chance to make magic. If nothing good happens, play resets to the original spot. It's all about flow. Good refs use it to reward quick thinking and punish only when needed. It's rugby's way of saying, let's keep the party going. Scoring. Score a try. That's 5 points for grounding the ball in the enemy's in-goal area. Add 2 more with a successful conversion kick. If you can't break through, a penalty kick or a drop goal, both worth 3, might be your next best bet. But grounding must be clear, controlled, and with downward pressure. No lucky bounces or vague tumbles. Kicks must go between the posts and over the bar. It's precision under pressure. Foul play. This law is all about protecting players from unnecessary pain. High tackles, shoulder charges, tripping, and other dirty moves are strictly banned. Don't collapse a scrum, trip someone off the ball, or talk trash to the ref. That's a fast track to a penalty or a card. Repeat offenders get punished harder. Safety and respect are non-negotiables. Offside and onside. Offside in rugby means interfering from the wrong side of the play. If you're ahead of your teammate who last touched the ball and get involved, bam, you're offside. Doesn't matter if it's in open play, a ruck, or chasing a kick. At rucks and scrums, there's a clear line. Get behind it or stay out of the play. And just being offside isn't always a penalty. It's only a problem if you mess with the game. Knock-ons and forward passes. 2 classic oops moments. A knock-on is when the ball bounces off your hands or arms and falls forward. A forward pass, that's when the ball's thrown toward your opponent's try line. In both cases, the other team gets a scrum. Backward passes only, folks. Even if you're sprinting, it's all about the ball's direction, not yours. Tough to judge sometimes, but the refs and TMOs are on it. Kickoffs and restarts. Games start and restart via kickoff from the halfway line. The The ball must travel at least 10 meters, go short, go crooked, or straight into touch. That's trouble. The receiving team can choose how to restart. There are also 22-meter dropouts when defenders ground the ball in their own in goal. The rules are strict: stay onside, kick clean, and don't cheat the chase. Players on the ground. If you're on the ground, not part of a tackle or ruck, you're basically out of the game until you get up. No crawling, shielding, or cheeky passes. Get to your feet first, then play on. Also, don't dive onto players already down. That's reckless, and rugby's not here for that. Tackle. A tackle happens when a ball carrier is brought to ground while held. Once tackled, you must release the ball, and tacklers must release you. This sets the stage for a contest. Enter through the gate behind the ruck, or expect a whistle. Only onside players may contest possession. Late arrivals, side entries, or lazy releases. All fair game for penalties. Ruck. After a tackle, if players from both teams bind over the ball, you've got a ruck. No hands allowed, just good old-fashioned body position and footwork. Offside lines form at the last foot of each team. Step over early or use your hands and you're in trouble. The ball's only out when it's clearly available behind the ruck. Until then, keep those mitts off. Maul. The maul is the upright version of the ruck. The ball carrier stays standing, teammates bind on, and opponents try to stop the drive. Everyone involved must stay on their feet and keep it moving. No collapsing, no sneaky side entries, and definitely no truck and trailer shenanigans. If it stalls for too long, it's scrum time. Mark. A mark is your get out of jail card. Catch a kick cleanly inside your 22, shout "mark," and you get a free kick with defenders held 10 meters back. Only works off opponent kicks, only inside your 22, and only if you catch it clean. It's rare, but it can be a game saver when the heat is on. Touch and line out. Ball, or player with ball, goes into touch, time for a line out. The non-offending team usually throws in. The line out is a vertical contest of timing and leaps. Lifters are legal, interference is not. Throw it straight, don't fake, and get your timing right. Quick throw-ins are allowed, but only if the same ball is used and no one else touched it. Tactical gold when executed well. Scrum. The scrum. 8 players from each side bind up, wait for the ref's call, crouch, bind, set, and then go head-to-head in a battle of strength and timing. The scrum half feeds the ball in, hookers try to strike, and the team with better structure wins possession. Illegal feeds, early drives, or collapsed scrums lead to resets or penalties. A great platform to launch attacks or implode under pressure. Penalties and free kicks. Break a major law? That's a penalty. Your opponents can kick for goal, go for touch, tap quickly, or scrum. Minor infractions get a free kick. No shots at goal allowed, but other options stay on the table. Quick taps can catch sleepy defenders off guard. Opponents must retreat 10 meters or face an extra penalty and possibly a good talking to from the ref. In goal. The in goal is where the magic happens, or heartbreak. A try is scored when the ball is grounded with pressure. No pressure, no try. Get held up without grounding, you get a 5-meter scrum. So close, yet so far. Defenders grounding the ball? That could trigger a 22-meter dropout or a scrum, depending on how the ball got there. This zone is the game's heart. Everything leads here. Final whistle. And that's a wrap. If this helped demystify rugby's many quirks and rules, hit like and subscribe so we can break down more of the world's most gloriously chaotic sport. Catch you in the next one.